How much would you pay for a Cooper Flagg rookie card?
I'm not paying more than $1. You better give me one.
I think it's a good investment, So I think that could be worth a lot of money someday. I'm Cooper Flagg.
I'm Kelly Flagg.
And this is Mama, I Made It with Chime.
Cooper, what is my prize gonna be if I beat you?
You can pick whatever you want because you're not gonna win.
I think the earliest memory was probably second grade when you were playing with kids that were 2 and 3 years older than you and still out there dominating. I think I dreamt that my kids would become these great basketball players. That's why I married your dad. He was tall, and I thought maybe I could get some tall basketball babies. So I guess it was a success.
Just having a ball in my hands from a really young age, them instilling kind of their values and what they believe in, and me and my brothers was the biggest thing, the hard work, the dedication, and playing the game the right way. Go.
You cheater.
Ow.
You cheated.
That hurt.
Good. We didn't have a lot of money, and we stretched the dollar as far as we could to make sure they had everything that they needed to travel out of state, stay in hotels. Those things add up and caused our weekly budgets to shrink, and our goal was always to make sure that our kids didn't feel that.
Looking back now that, money is more of a part of my life and, seeing how kind of all that stuff works, it is kind of crazy to think about how they just made so much stuff happen. And on the weekends, all the AU trips, going to Boston or Philly or wherever it was, all the long drives, like how they were able to make everything work and realize they just figured it out.
You made a lot of sacrifices too. You gave up a year of high school to grow up a little bit quicker. You sacrificed, not going to the prom, so there are things that you missed out on to chase this dream.
Even though there were sacrifices, I still enjoyed, every minute of, being with a team and being young and not really caring about anything else but winning and playing games. And
do you say that's all worth? That was.
Yeah, I would say it's all worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think back to my freshman year. We're still going from shoe to shoe, and I would wear a shoe until it literally would rip apart. Or
we would replace those when those broke down to try to make them last, or we would change the shoelaces to clean them up a little bit, make them look a little shiny and new. But
I still have the one pair of shoes I wore my whole freshman year of high school and won a state championship in, and so I had that one pair of shoes the whole year, and then after that started to kind of get more shoes and stuff. But I remember back then just going from shoe to shoe until it would literally rip out while I was playing. Game of Chime, I like that. That's good.
Okay.
Oh my God.
That was bad.
That's a C for Chime. Okay, you. CH.
This might take a while.
I'm not a big spender, and obviously, I'm excited to get my own vehicle.
Do not buy a Bugatti right away. Some of the conversations lately have been about roles and how roles may change a little bit as we move into the professional space, and the importance of you being the CEO of your own business and, you're the boss.
We'll be around the house and I'll just call her my employee and things like that, just to joke with her and kind of make fun. But it's just a weird kind of setting and environment. But
he likes to tease me.
Some of the conversations that we're having to have, and some of them are boring to me, or I don't necessarily want to have those conversations all the time. But I get to have those conversations that I'm not forced to. So it's just such a privilege, and I feel so blessed to be where I am. Nope, move over more. Nope, to the left. There we go. CHI.
This is so bad.
Left hand.
I can't even make one with my right hand.
That is CHIM.
I am.
Okay.
Oh.
People might assume that I might buy like a sports car, but I don't see myself doing that. But I would say hot tub too. Probably those are two things that I want to have eventually. $2.5 million.
I'm not paying more than $1. You better give me one.
I think it's a good investment, you know? So I think that could be worth a lot of money someday.
I'm not paying for it.
I'm glad she believes in me.
You make sure you're not a bust first. Here's my guess.
I can't even, that's way too much.
Okay.
I don't have that many shoes.
I have no idea. I don't know.
I can't even really give an answer. I have a lot of shoes, but I don't really have a collection though.
I could tell a funny story about that though. He mentioned the sneakers that he wore freshman year. By the end of the year, they were brown and crusty and disgusting. So I put them in the trash pile. Everyone else thought I was crazy and they were saved because apparently they are worth a lot of money.
She buys a lot more stuff than me.
He gets a lot of stuff given to him.
I guess if I had to buy one, it would be 32, but depending on which one was available.
I was 32 in high school. Cooper's always worn 32 until this year at Duke, because 32 obviously is retired. Return it.
Golf club, worth it or return it?
He loves playing golf, and I think that golf is a great outlet for his energy.
Is a boat for the lake worth it or return it?
That's easy. He's grown up on a lake. His grandparents live on the lake, and one of our favorite things to do is go out and just enjoy an afternoon out in the sun.
Designer wallet, worth it or return it?
I don't see a lot of value in designer things.
I disagree. I think,
Do you use your wallet though, ever?
Yeah, I think it's, nice. It's part of your outfit or what you're wearing. Like people have bags. You're gonna get a
Nobody's
bag,
gonna see your wallet. It's in your pocket.
That's a good point.
You're so dumb.
Gaming setup, worth it or return it?
He enjoys playing PlayStation with his friends, and I do love that he connects with both his brothers who, are in a different state than him. I don't mind it as long as it's not the most important thing in his world.
That is CHIM. This means it's game time. We're gonna end it with a fadeaway.
Oh, you finally made one of those.
They didn't have this back in her day. Oh, good game, Mom.
You're a brat.
Game over. I won. Something that I'm most excited about being Dallas Maverick would, be going to an organization that I think is in a mode that is ready to win.
Playing for a team that wants to win right away and isn't in a rebuild is very exciting.
Kind of looking forward to that, of being on a team that can be competitive and has a lot of really good pieces and really good players I can learn from. And
they want to win a championship as much as you do, and you're not a good loser, and that's a win for us.
From what I've heard, it's an incredible place to live. It'd be cool to explore and, kind of figure it out.
Dallas isn't what I expected, and I thought it was beautiful. And I made the comment, I could live in Dallas. I'm excited to see you chase a championship.
Would you say that you think there is a moment where you felt like I made it?
The moment that I saw you run out for the first time with Duke across your chest, growing up as a lifelong Duke fan, to see you play and suit up for that team was pretty incredible for sure. You know, that was a dream.
Does anybody have a tissue?
I'm not over it yet.
I don't think it's really set in or that I've made it or anything. I feel like there's still so much to do, so much to get better at, so much I can, you know, grow in so many different ways. Being able to walk across the stage and hear my name called for the draft, I think that's a huge moment, and putting on a jersey for the first time, an NBA jersey, and being able to play in that environment, in that setting is, you know, those are two dreams come true.
I'm more just proud of the person that you are. You know, I remember people at Duke telling me like, he's so great. He knows it. Even, you know, the managers, he knows all their names, and even custodians or security people that you learned their names and interacted with them. And that means a lot to people. And I'm proud that you take the time to really get to know people that way. It's kind.
Everybody clap it up for Mom.
And thank you.
This is Mama, I Made It, a Chime original series. Watch it now on YouTube.